So because I watched Larry Lurr's video on the Falco buffs for Ultimate, it made me realize that yes, I agree with all of that, mostly to an extent. The reason I want to only go over just a little bit, excuse me, I only want to talk about 3 moves. And just to get it started into it, he showcases Ness when he does Nair up smash. Oh wow. He does Nair up smash on Ness, which is not as convincing as Mega Man because Mega Man is a bigger character. But even so, when he takes hit stun, he's pancaking, so to speak. His hurt box is lowered, and this is the reason for that. On bigger characters, this doesn't matter as much. But for Mega Man and like below, basically, this will never hit. The short-term goal is to make this hitbox below Falco's leg a little bigger so that it hits his head or arm. But that's very short-term because that doesn't solve it completely. What I would suggest is when you talk about a move like this, make it to where the hitbox has a ground target only hitbox on that frame, on frame 6. If this was ground target only and was a launcher hitbox that induced hit lag, it would link perfectly on every character in the game and link it to an up smash that works the way it should. That's what I believe is the real goal, to really fix that move. Coming next is side B, where there's a reason why it's good and bad. Like, it completely makes sense why this doesn't work as a hitbox. There's a reason for that. And it has to come down to only 2 frames in that move. See, when Falco takes off on 18 here, he leaves a phantasm of himself on frame 19. And that position of that phantasm silhouette is basically where Falco was on 18. So it's a former, like, drag by effect. Like, literally, this is Dragon Ball stuff right now, right? So 20, 21, 22, they all work because they're all about like 0.8 grid units apart from each other. Except like that frame, obviously. But on 23, he comes to such a complete stop of distance he travels that by this time, if this was really the case, Falco would be inside Mega Man right now. But he's not. And on this frame, he would have bypassed and made it a hitbox if my suggestion right now were to come to true, like fruition. But it's not. And because of this weird fact that he can just slide through people's hurt boxes, even though he can't do this, but he can do that, that's kind of weird. I'm sorry. That's just an oversight to me, at least, in my opinion. That's what I would do. But what I would just tell Falco players to do for right now, is to just have a short hop side B, because you bypass people and you can hit on frame 23, but it's just, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. I feel bad. And then finally, Reflector. Whereas, it's a hitbox on frame 5, but if you notice, he physically kicks it on frame 6. And I'm not gonna lie, this is made up. Like, this would be just like, for fun, kind of, but serious at the same time. Because I don't want this move with more hit stun. You're asking me to suggest a move that has like enough hit stun to make it either combo or either neutral on block, and that's crazy. But it can be balanced, where you have like just a little bit more hit stun that's enough to make it like not crazy. So that if you space this and they act, it's like not crazy. I don't want the in lag reduced, but the hit stun increased only slightly. If you can make that work, fine. But just give a win box on frames 6 through 17 so that you're not inducing more hit stun to push them away, but you're hiding that with more pushback because of the win box element itself. And besides, Falco's a bird. Give him a win box. That works, right? And that's really it. There's other moves that I noticed that were kind of weird, but I didn't think they needed, like, a really big standing of change. So yeah, that's it for this video. Once again, thank you, Larry Lurr, for opening my eyes. It's crazy. And for all of you watching, if nothing else, thank you.